I can say I'm a bit disappointed, but it won't be for the reason you probably think. Welcome to the review of Nvidia's new 4070 Super. Today we have the Gigabyte Gaming OC version, which is characterized by 3 fans with RGB rings, and the truth is that the cooling performance of this card is not bad at all, but we'll talk about it a bit later. The core speed of the 4070 Super Gaming OC is aimed at 2565 MHz, which is about 90 MHz above the Nvidia reference, and in truth I don't think there's too much performance to be gained here beyond the reference, as long as the cooling is sufficient, and this one is very sufficient. Just like the card it replaces, the 4070 Super comes with 12 GB of VRAM, which is a bit annoying, yeah, I get it, but overall it shouldn't limit anyone, even if you're intended on playing in 4K. And it uses the AD104 die that exists both on the normal 4070 and on the TI model. The size of the die in the 4070 Super increased by about 21% compared to the normal 4070, and it's about 7% behind the TI model. The gaming OC is 3 slots wide and it's not particularly huge or large, which is an advantage in my opinion at least, and it uses Nvidia's 12V power connection. Of course, you will also receive an adapter that will connect to 2 standard PCI Express x16 connections. And our test rig today consists of the i9-13900K cooled by a 360mm Antec Vortex, which is a great cooler, Z790 Aorus Master motherboard, and 32 gigs of Kingston Fury DDR5 RAM at 6000 megatransfers per second. I'll now show benchmark results on the screen, and you can see that in all conditions the 4070 Super reaches almost similar performance compared to the 4070 Ti, with the 4070 Super in most cases behind the TI by just a few percent. And this behavior aligns almost perfectly with the increase in die size. In terms of power consumption and temperature, Gigabyte's gaming OC model performs actually really well here. The fans never exceeded 50% of their speed, meaning the card is very quiet, and it's set below 60 degrees Celsius on average, with the hotspots of between 64 and 69 depending on the test. Memory temperatures was around 57 degrees, while the power consumption of the card peaked around 217 watts. All these are overall good results, and maybe there is a little bit of a small overclocking potential here for those who like to fiddle around with the settings. In general, in terms of performance to price ratio, we can see a significant improvement if we look on the MSRP, which should have remained the same as the regular 4070 model, which is $599. with performance that is very close to the Ti model that was, if you recall, originally supposed to launch as a 4080. Now, why did I say that I'm a little disappointed in the beginning? There are two reasons for that. Reason number one, the 4070 Super is really not a bad card at all. It's great even. The problem is that it feels like it should have been the 4070 from the start, and these mid-range refresh plays are a bit unnecessary in my opinion, and I hope to see more honest releases in the future from all manufacturers. And reason number two being, we may be getting some refreshed new super cards here, but it's important to look at the card stack that gets this treatment. These are the 4070, 4070 Ti and the 4080 in super versions. If before this launch the difference between the 4070 and the 4060 Ti were relatively large, now they're gonna be huge. To me, this feels a bit like Nvidia is abandoning their entry and mainstream markets in favor of inflating the prices of the mid and high-end markets. And it would be accurate to say the same about AMD, who launched a very undesirable entry-level cards in this generation. In any case, I need to close this video in a way that will be useful to you guys. The 4070 Super looks like a very worthy card. It gives very good performance in gaming, even with ray tracing on and in any resolution. You can get good performance in QHD and even in 4K, and that's even without testing any of the performance in gaming with DLSS on. Keep in mind that the 4070 Ti Super will soon arrive with performance that will probably be closer to the 4080, only with a bit more ridiculous name and an increase in price. Hope to see you soon with the reviews of the 4070 Ti Super and the 4080 Super coming later this month. Have a great day. Bye. Super.